Hi, my name is Liz Wetmore and I'm from the New Lakes Library, and today we're going to be making crepe paper roses. So these make great gifts. They're great for, upcoming Mother's Day coming up, or, just for yourself. They just make a really nice arrangement. So I'm going to start with what supplies you're going to need. So to start with, you're going to need some needle nose pliers, some scissors. You're going to need wire, and this is just wire that you can buy. It's just kind of thick. You're going to kind of want it thick because it's the stem. So wire. Then you need something to curl your petals with. So I use a wooden skewer, but you can use a pencil or a pen. That doesn't matter. Then you're going to need crepe paper, and you can buy this online from Amazon. It comes either, like this, in a package, or it comes in long tubes. They both actually make the same kind of flower. They're just different textures. So this is a little bit cheaper. So, either one will work, but today we're gonna be working with this one. So this is what we're going to be making. We're making roses, and as you can see, they can be in a variety of different colors. This is the one that we're gonna work on today. So I'm going to show you how to color some of the petals and how to make it look just like this. So let's get started. So to start with, you're also going to need a glue gun, and I recommend a low temperature glue gun because it's very easy to burn yourself on this project. So I always use a low temperature glue gun, and I still get a little zings here and there, so you may hear me go ouch a couple times, but it doesn't actually burn you. So you're going to start with your wire, and that is your stem, and we're going to take our needle nose pliers, and we're just going to bend over just like that to give yourself a little loop. And that's basically just to give yourself a place to start with. So it's just gonna be a little loop like that. Then you can put it down. Our next step is, if you look below, I've given you a template for all of the petals that you're gonna need. So make sure you download that and cut them out, and then they'll just look like this, all the different sizes. We have small, where we need 10 of those. We have medium, which we're gonna need 5 of those, and then large, which we're gonna need 6 of those. So I'm gonna give you a little trick on how to cut these out. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your crepe paper, okay, and you're gonna have to make sure that your lines are going vertical all the time. Otherwise, the paper won't stretch correctly. So you're gonna kind of measure out how wide you need to cut for your flower, and you're gonna cut straight up, and you're gonna get a strip. And it's gonna basically look like this, okay? So that's where you're gonna start, okay? And we're gonna line up our petal at the bottom of the strip. And so that we can conserve and get as many cut out at once, we're gonna do an accordion pleat to the size and then back up, so that right there I've gotten 3 petals, okay? And then back down, and I can just about make 4 petals. So you're gonna do it like that, and it's gonna be a little box shape. And you're gonna take your scissors, and you're just gonna go ahead, and this doesn't have to be perfect. If your petals come out where they're not looking exactly like your template, that just makes a better looking rose, actually. So think of it as you don't have to be perfect. If you even cut off part of your petal, that's okay. In nature, that's how it is. Petals are not all perfect. So you're going to go ahead and cut your petals. And as you can see, I just got, what did I get here? 4 petals. So you're gonna continue like that until you get all 10 cut, okay? So I'm gonna show you now how to shape your petals. So basically, you're gonna take your petal, okay, and you're going to go towards the center of it, and you're gonna give it a little bit of a push out so that it kind of cups it forward, okay? And then you're gonna take your skewer, and you wanna just do it on the tips. You just kind of wanna give a little bit of some emphasis to the petal. And that's basically how your petal is gonna look. So you're gonna continue this same process over and over until you get all of your petals done. So that's your step 1. You wanna work on getting all your petals done. So I'm gonna get a few done so that I can show you then the next step. So come and work with me, and let's get some of these petals. And like I said, they don't have to be perfect. It's like basically imperfection's good. So it actually makes the rose look even prettier. So you're just basically kind of curling. There's no rhyme or reason. It's like just kind of work with them, give them a little stretch, give them a little bit of a curl. And that's pretty much what you're gonna do for all your petals. I'm gonna show you too, another thing that's also nice to do before we actually start making the flower is that you can color these petals. So you can use markers to color them. You can use watercolor. I use watercolor pencils. Those work really nice. Also, you can do pastels, and I'll show you some of the pastels that I got. That they come in these little containers where you will just use like a Q-tip to go with it. And it's great because it's like you can just kind of wipe it on and it's a real natural look. Just beware, they are a little bit messy though. So today I'm going to do the markers. So you want to try to find just a lighter color to what your petals are. So, you know, I'm picking a very light color and I'm going to take my petals and I'm just going to do the edges of the petals. Just along the edges like that. And you'll do that to all your different petals. So if you go into like the craft stores, they have all sorts of markers and they have all sorts of colors. Try to find something that's kind of close to your color of your flower because it will look a lot more realistic. So you're just gonna continue that for all of your petals. And if you choose to do the watercolor, that's fine too. Just make sure that you kind of let them dry. And they'll dry a little wrinkly, which is good. They actually look more like a petal. So however you want to do it, it all works. And you don't have to be precise with this either. It's just kind of going to give you a little extra shade on your petals. Okay, so now we're going to start. So basically, you're going to get your wire that we bent. Okay, and we're going to start with your first petal. So we're going to start with all the small petals, then move to the medium petals, then move to the large petals. So to start with, you're going to give yourself a little bit of glue. This might keep happening because I'm starting a new glue stick. So, okay, I got a lot of glue, but okay, it still works. Okay, so you're going to put your petal, basically, you can have the color on the inside, you can have the color on the outside. That really won't matter. And you're just gonna kind of give your petal a curl all the way in and give it a little bit of a hold. Just till it dries. It won't take very long, but you wanna make sure you've got that dried. Okay, so that's your first petal. Okay, so now your second petal, you're gonna lay in the crease. So you're going to, get my glue stick that's gonna keep on popping out, I can tell. Give yourself a little bit of glue and put on your next petal. And basically, I just put it right into the middle where the glue was and give it a little curl around. So it's gonna look kind of like that. Now you're gonna do the next petal basically in the same way. You're gonna go where that little ridge is. Sometimes you'll need a second bead of glue just to finish off all the way around. And then I always, when I get a few petals, I'll just kind of push them real tight, just kind of crimp them at the bottom so that you can, get a little bit more order at the bottom. Okay, so then we're gonna add another petal. Add a little bit of glue. Put down your petal. As it gets bigger, you will have to glue in a couple spots. So you're gonna twirl it around basically and then add your other piece of glue. Tighten it a little bit. I'm going to do one more for you. Add that in. Add your petal. Go around. Hold it. And it's going to look like that. And you are going to continue to do this all the way around until you form your complete flower, which is going to look like this. So just a little tip too, if you're making an arrangement, you may want to stop like here. You might want to have a bud, or you might want to have a middle, just use the up to the middle petals, because then you'll have a variance of size. So you can either do small flowers, you can do the full large, or you could even just put a few more petals on this and make it like a medium. So that gives you an option as well. I also did give you the templates for the leaves. The leaves, basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take, and you're gonna see this weird part of your template. You're gonna cut it out of some crepe paper, and that's what's gonna go around the base of your rose, just to kind of finish it off, okay? So you're gonna put that around the base of your rose. Then you are going to use, I don't see I have it, but you're going to use some floral tape, and you're gonna just wrap your wire, and then you're just gonna add in your leaves here and there. Basically, when I'm doing arrangement, I don't do the leaves. I don't do the under or the leaves, because it's all gonna go into an arrangement, that's gonna only show the tops of the roses. So basically, you don't have to have all of that done. So that's just making it a little easier for you. And I'll show you, then as you can see in this arrangement, basically, you're not seeing the underneath and you're not seeing the leaves. What I'm gonna do when I do make an arrangement, which we're gonna be doing in a future video, we'll be doing some greenery on here, and there'll be some extra things into this. It won't just be all flowers. These are just my flowers from my classes that I'm getting ready to do. So basically, that's all it is. Now you can use these on top of gifts. You can use these as single flowers. You can use them in a bunch. You can have them all different colors, and you can have fun painting them. They really come out nice. So I hope you enjoyed that. Make sure to download your sheet below so that you have your template, and make sure you visit the library at www.newlenoxlibrary.org, where we have classes going every day at 10 a.m. So we hope you can join us for some of our classes. Thank you, everybody.